Why does CPI inflation feel different for everyone? Have you ever noticed how some people complain about rising prices while others seem unfazed? This difference in perception is tied to the Consumer Price Index, often called CPI. The CPI measures the average change in prices over time for a basket of goods and services. But why does it feel different for each person? Let's break it down. First, we all have different spending habits. The CPI is based on what an average consumer buys, including food, housing, clothing, and transportation. If you spend more on video games and less on gas, price changes in those areas will hit you differently than the average person. Next, consider the importance of items in your life. Inflation impacts some categories more than others. For instance, if housing costs soar but food prices remain stable, someone renting will feel the pinch more than a homeowner. Similarly, if gas prices spike, those who drive frequently will notice it more than those who use public transport. Location also plays a big role. Prices can rise at different rates depending on where you live. Some cities experience faster increases in rent or food prices than others. Since the CPI averages prices across various areas, your local experience might differ significantly from the national average. Another factor is changes in quality or preferences. Sometimes, prices go up because products improve or become trendy. If a popular clothing brand raises its prices, you might feel that impact more if you buy from that brand often. However, others who don't shop there may not notice the change. Temporary price changes can also confuse things. For example, if a bad weather event causes a shortage of peaches, prices might spike for a short time. The CPI tracks sustained price increases over time, so short-term fluctuations may feel like inflation but are not the same. Lastly, consider how inflation affects purchasing power and income. Inflation means your money buys less than before, but how much less depends on your income and how it changes. If your income rises at the same rate as inflation, you may not feel the impact as much. If it doesn't, inflation will feel tougher on you. In summary, the Consumer Price Index is an average measure that helps economists understand overall price changes. However, since everyone spends money differently, lives in different places, and values different items, inflation feels unique to each person. This is why some people may feel prices are rising significantly, while others do not notice as much. Understanding this can help you see why inflation is important to track and why your personal experience with rising prices may vary.